valued participants on this auspicious occasion of Guru Purnima. A heartfelt greeting to each one of you. This day holds a special significance as we express a deep gratitude towards our teachers and mentors who guide us with their wisdom and enrich our lives. And it is indeed a wonderful sight to witness so many dedicated faculty members joining us today, even making this day more meaningful. So it gives me an immense pleasure to extend a warm welcome on behalf of the Research Foundation of India, grateful for fostering faculty development and creating a environment teaching and learning platform. Today's session centers around a particularly engaging and effective theme, understanding the role-play methodology for innovative teaching. This collaborative initiative has been organized by the Synergy Research Foundation of India and RFI-CARE and IIM University Greater Noida in association with Paru University Gujarat. It is graciously supported by Shod Marga, Eklam University, JHRF, ARGA, and Civil Academic. Now, I would like to acquaint you all with the profile of our esteemed expert, Dr. Ankita Ma'am, the maestro of today's session and coordinator of Foreign Affairs and the Research Foundation of India. Her academic journey has been adorned with remarkable accomplishments. She began her teaching career at Sri National Institute of Management and Research in Indore as an assistant professor in the Department of Management. Before that, she contributed her expertise at the prestigious Institute of Management and Research in Indore. With over 7 years of dedicated teaching experience, she holds a PhD from Prestige Institute of Management and Research in Indore. Her areas of instruction span a wide range of subjects including human resource management, entrepreneurship, organizational development, and leadership skills. Her commitment to academic excellence is further reflected in her successful completion of the annual 5-week faculty development program at the renowned Indian Institute of Management in Indore. She also holds a patent publication showcasing her innovative approach to addressing societal challenges through digital entrepreneurship. She has delivered expert talks at numerous platforms, contributed to scholarly publications, and actively participated in both national and international conferences. She has served on several institutional companies, playing a key role in enhancing various aspects of academic life. Her dedication to holistic education is evident through her involvement in personal activities, motivational speaking, career guidance, and life coaching, thereby inspiring countless students on their paths to success. In addition to her illustrious academic career, she continues to pursue professional development through multiple certifications in training and development, digital marketing, and more, demonstrating her unwavering commitment to lifelong learning and growth. So that was a brief overview of Dr. Harpita Khan's exceptional journey and contribution. So without any delay, I now invite Dr. Harpita back to you. Please begin the presentation. Thank you. Over to you. Ankita ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Just give me a minute. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. As you already know, that today we are having this session on like in the process of innovative teaching and learning pedagogy. Today, in the we are going to have the session on role play technology, role play section, which is one of the main body, or I must say, uh, just a minute. Like there is something where there are so many practices. I'm talking about there is one part that is role play, and that is really very important to understand and to know that how this particular methodology can help the people from various perspectives, because there are so many people who are using such kind of methodology, even different types of their own activities for the sessions which they are having. So I must say that yes, everyone has a different type of teaching, they have a different methodology of teaching, and they have a different intentions while it comes to teaching learning. So in this particular session today we are going to talk about the role play methodology, which is again playing a very important role in this I must say in the teaching learning basically. So teaching learning is not only about just completing the syllabus. It is all about how you can define yourself for the same purpose. Okay, like not only you are just telling the syllabus, but also you are talking about your personality, how it works, how things can be done, and how it is going to help you in a particular way, so that you can also enhance your personality with this particular works, any particular thing, mindset. So I must say that every one of us following various methodology. So today I am going to talk about the role play, and let me start with it. So let me share my slides with you all. Yes, so this is FDP come training program on innovative teaching and learning pedagogy. So we are talking about the understanding the role play methodology for the innovative teaching. So just clear me once, everyone, like any one of you, that I clearly visible, like my slides are clearly visible, and I am completely audible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Okay,
madam.
so I'm starting.
Audible.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
so I'm starting my session. Already you
Yes.
have attended one session specifically that was talking about the live projects. Now today we are going to role play, and there are some other methods which we are going to discuss in this particular workshop. So let's start with it, about the role play. So what is role play? The name itself is a very clear about the same thing, that what is role play. So tired of traditional lectures? Let's explore how role play can transform your uh, classroom into a dynamic hub for innovative teaching. So tell me, I forget. Teach me, and I may remember. But whenever I am involved or involve me, I may learn. So it has been said by Mr. Franklin, and it is clearly saying that whenever you do something, that is always good to remember, and you learn it for a longer period of time, and that keeps your mind uh, very involved, and like how did you work in that way. So basically whenever see, because nowadays you can see there are practices going on about learning. So whenever you learn, whenever it is by doing. So learn by doing or learn with fun is always because you are being participative. Even at the small school levels, when the kids are very young and they are taught in this way, so they always keep in their mind how did they work. So role play is a form of experiential learning, and the role play method of teaching is an educational technique where students spontaneously act out scenarios to explore different complex issues, and also the perspective related to the subject matter. So basically, this approach encourages critical thinking and helps and helps students uh, engage with different key theories, also the concept, and by embodying different viewpoints in the situation. So sometimes it happens there are some topics which are difficult and it is difficult to understand. So whenever you are going with some activities, students may learn in a better way. In that case, role play is one of the methods where it can be very good to take the students to act out those activities, like whatever you what the concept which you are going to tell them, any particular theory, any particular topic you want to discuss with them. So it can help them to understand different viewpoints, others perspective, and the situation as well. So it's a methodology which involves students acting out the scenarios to the stimulate real life situations, enhancing learning through practical experiences. Also, it has roots. It has roots in ancient civilizations where drama was used for the educational purposes. Even that you must have seen the difference between the acting done by the actors who has been learned from the dramas, like who been the part of dramas, and their acting is fabulous. So if you talk about various artists, various actors um, from the Bollywood, they are doing very good acting. So it is because they are, they have done various dramas in their career, and they are doing it in a very good way. So whenever you clean yourself or you brush yourself with various activity, like if you talk about the Ronit Roy, if you talk about the Ram Kapoor, they are coming in so many serials. If you talk about the criminal justice, if you are looking at it, so if you know him, the Pankaj Tripathi, you see his acting, he himself is enough for any of the good movie or any web series. So yeah, you can say that he does a very fabulous acting, and there are so many others. There are so many others. The web series are coming where you can see the people acting in a very good way, and they are just doing it in a very good way, right? Okay, the reason, because they have done acting from the very beginning and they have joined the drama. So if the students are also playing the roles of different people like managers, this and that, so they can also feel their perspective and they can actually take the role of someone in the future in a positive way, and they can act out those roles. And when it comes to any concept or theories, because they are involved in it, they are participating and doing it, practicing it, so it is giving them a different perspective. Role play also promotes active participations, fosters creativity, and improves the communication skills. And it is best to enhance critical thinking and problem solving abilities. Because when you are being given some roles and you have to act out someone, and then you have to communicate with other in that role play, you have to take some decisions, you have to come out with some solution, and you have to think critically. So that all comes with the role play methodology. And I must say, the students who are not actively participating in the class or not as much that much interested in this, that they are not participating in a particular way, so what you can do, that even you can involve them who are the backbenchers. So like they can also be the part, because they will feel it interesting. Okay, they will find it interesting. So it's a teaching in an interactive, it is an interactive instructional strategy that allows students to engage actively by assuming roles in various scenarios. Also, this method encourages critical thinking as it helps the students to explore the different controversial subject, complex situations from different perspectives. See, for everything you have your own persona, you have your a particular viewpoint about something. But when it comes to role play, you can also understand others' point of view in the same way. So the process typically involves three phases. One is planning and preparation, Another was one is interaction, and then finally the reflection and the evaluation. So basically what happens, first you have to plan and prepare the draft, that what kind of role play you are going to have in the classes. Then once that is done, obviously there are, I'll be going to tell you the full process later on. I'm just discussing this. So one, you are planned and prepared for it, people, students are interacting, and finally you can evaluate them for some any of the parameters which you want. Incorporating role play not only makes learning more enjoyable, but also enhances language production and communication skills. So basically, again, it is all about, it's not about individuals, it's all about in a group. They are playing in a group. So the roles provided to them, it is going to help them in the communication, increase enhancing their communication skills, interpersonal communication, I can say. So basically, it's an instructional technique where students act out the roles and the situations to understand perspectives, different types of behavior, and understanding the concepts. As I said, that the purpose of role play, first to present the interpersonal problems, to provide the emotional and affective stimulus for solving the problem, to develop a situation for the analysis, also to prevent the alternative course of action, and to prepare for the meeting future situations. Like sometimes if you are going to the part of any of the big team or a big company, or any big project is supposed to be given in the companies, or for the students if they are going to go for any inter college or inter school competitions, and maybe we are going to send them for any future uh, role for the representation of the college or school. So how would you prepare them? So this kind of activities can help them to prepare for any future demands or requirements. Maybe they are going to lead the school for like maybe a group of 10 students. He is going to be like leader in the school team, and that person himself, the student himself, has to interact with other teams and communicate from the side of the college or school. So this kind of things can be practiced by them, in like by the teachers or the coordinators, so that the students can be prepared. If any situation comes, they can handle that. To develop an understanding of others' point of view, and to convey information, to develop specific skills. Simple. Whenever you are doing such things, see, what I understand, whenever you are even keeping a step out of your house, out of your comfort zone, it's simple, you learn something. It can be anything, it can be related to your personal life, practical life, your professional life, your family, your routine, anything. I'll just say that if you are stepping out, you will learn a lot. That is why so many of students nowadays is expecting the work from home, and they are even and you must be knowing lots of people who are just doing a private college. I don't know what is the meaning of private college, but yes, they are saying that they just have to go for the mm, examination. Again, do you really think it is worth? No, because they are not in the real world. They are just sitting at home. Students, what the students learn in the college life or school life, they cannot learn by sitting at home. Even in the career, if you are doing a job from home, see, it might be your convenience. I can say it can be your comfort. Maybe meeting your family requirements or demands, or maybe the because of the family situations, this kind of job may help you. But ultimately, if you are not going out of the house, so like what I assume, that you are not developing 100%. There is something which is missing in your life. So it is something where you have to convey the information to develop specific skills. Enhancing communication and social skills, again, because you are being social when you are going with such kind of people who are around you. Foster empathy by understanding different perspectives. Also, it helps you to understand active learning and the engagement. Even your listening skills also improves when you do some things, okay, because you have to listen to everyone so that you can come out with a final situation or solution. Developing problem solving and critical thinking skills, and practice the real life situation in the controlled setting or the safe environment means where everything is watched. Somebody is watching you, keeping an eye on you, and if you are going to do something wrong, they can tell you. Means being the mentor, you are the one who is watching them, observing them. So there is a situation where you cannot go beyond your given I mean statements which you have to talk about. So basically it also enhances understanding of the complex subject and the situations. It builds soft skills, communication, negotiation, number of things. Also encourage active learning and student participation. It apply theoretical knowledge in the practical situation. Also, it improves decision making and the critical thinking. So, as I said, critical experiences, student engagements, critical thinking, uh, practical, like there are so many. So, where you are applying role play as the method for understanding, it is also giving a long term experience to you. Like I can still remember the activities which I have done in 2008 when I started my BBA, and in my second semester I was having one subject that's a business communication, and my teacher told me, like she asked us to act out one particular uh, uh, advertisement, and she has given a twist in it. Basically what we have to do, that we have to act out one advertisement whatever we like, and there was a group obviously that she has made, and then she asked us to change that advertisement in a funny way, and then we have to play show, like we have to act out like we are advertising that particular product, the product which is a little funny, but the with the similar to the actual one, but yes, we have to play in a funny way. So we have chosen the Fair and Lovely. It was, I think, earlier the name was something like, now the name is something different, but earlier it was Fair and Lovely. So many of so many of us used to use that particular cream, and in that cream we have made dark and ugly. And then we have presented that ad that somebody is coming, somebody was acting out the role of some boys, and the girl is really having troubled by those boys because she was so beautiful. She was she was having a fair skin, and because of that boys used to look at her, so she started using dark and ugly cream. And because of that her face got bad, and because of that everybody stopped watching, and she was like feeling good that now I am free, I can do whatever I want, nobody is watching me. So this is how we have played that role in a very funny way. So I still remember that because I have done it like since long 17 years back, but still I still remember that. Then so there are some other, like increased retention of knowledge, as I have said, is still there in my mind. Real time feedback and reflection. See, whatever we have acted out or you act out, basically what happens, you'll get the feedback. You can instantly you can provide the feedback and tell students what exactly where they have gone wrong or what kind of things they have done right. Empathy development, safe space for risk taking and learning from failure. Then encourages creativity and innovation, increases learner motivation and participation. It also builds confidence. When you do something, it gives you more confidence for doing it again, especially in the language and communication based subject. So there are some activities which gives you exposure for doing. It's not like you just have to read or just speak. It's not about just you have to write and show. It's like you have to come in front, you have to talk, you have to work, you have to interact, you have to present. So it's like uh, it really builds confidence when it comes to role play, because you are whole soul, whole soully you are involved in it through your your mind is there, your physically you are present there, you cannot be here and there. So that's how it works. It bridges theory as well as practice. It encourages reflection and the feedback. So, role play is a teaching strategy where learners act out roles or the scenarios to explore particular situations and develop understanding and practice skills in a stimulated and the safe environment. So, it gives you benefits, understanding the communication, empathy, somebody like by stepping into another's shoes, and critical thinking by involving in different problem solving and navigating dilemmas. Also it gives you engagement because it is increasing the motivation and retains retention by making learning fun and active. So there are so many examples. So I would also going to uh, discuss with you all. So there can be different types of role play. First of all, so it can be uh, conflict role play where you are giving them a situation of different types of a situation where people are having different conflicts. It can be a cooperative role play where they are cooperating and doing things together. Information gap where the information was not properly given to the people and it has been communicated not communicated properly. It can be a task based where something has been given to complete and they are doing it. There are some more which we can talk about, like case based, where the based on a case study the people have given a key to roll out. It can be a social drama, it can be related to some creative role play, any real life role play can be given, any role reversal where students are playing somebody else's role. Then something can be like it can be it can be in a structured way, it can be in a different way where it is not structured that much. So there can be different types of role play. So why we use role play as an instructional strategy, let's talk about it. Role play is an instructional method that helps teach the students a desired behavior for a professional setting. Behaviors are the best learned and taught by interactive and experiential technique. Then, non-interactive teaching methods like lectures and are not actually putting those much effectiveness on the teaching behavior. Students are learning, but it can be changed, but you cannot change the behaviors. So teachers can observe student during role play exercises, and if necessary, they can intervene in between. Also, to pursue the desired result, they can also give the feedback in the later process. Then, role play exercise should involve the real cases, real problem where students are likely to encounter in the workplace setting, or they can understand the situations. So there can be, as I have said, situational roles. There can be role reversal. There can be some scripted role play. Generally, it should be in a scripted way, so then it can be, if it be structured, it will give you good results. Then also, when you'll be prepared about something, so it will give you, students will be having the clarity over how exactly they have, so they will also be able to play in a different way. So it can be experimental, it can be some related to decision making role plays, it can be some role play games, social role play, training related, cultural role play. Anything can be there when it comes to different types of role play. So now let's talk about it. Let's talk about implementing the role play and how to use role play for the learning. So first of all, you have to select a problem, like which kind of role play you want to give to the students so that they can easily do that role play first of all. And also they will be able to understand in a proper way. Now, next one is construction. Once you know the problem, you know the situation, then you have to construct. Basically, you have to script, you have to structurize the role plays. Then casting the players, then you have to decide who is going to play such kind of roles. Then you can give them briefing, means you can tell them what exactly they have to do. Then role play actions. Basically, you should give them some time to understand that the briefing, and then finally you can ask them to play the roles, and then finally they have to you can discuss and analyze the actions. You can put some judgment sheet or something like that, and finally you have to evaluate them, and then you can provide the feedback. You can uh, keep it in this way as well, where you can set the objectives, so you can define what a student should learn or experience. It can be select the scenario and choosing the relevant or realistic situations. Again, you can like see, first you have to set objective, then you have to select the scenario, whatever the situations, realistic, real situation, whatever relevant to them. Then finally you have to assign the roles so that they can understand the clarity over the roles. Once it is done, you have to prepare the students so that you can provide the background, expectations, and support. Also, you have to conduct the role play. You can allow students to act, interact, and the adopt. And finally, because it is done, finally you can debrief. Debrief means you can discuss the experience and insights and different learning outcomes. So now let's talk about some of the examples of role play. So these are very simple examples. Like if we talk about the interview practice, where students are in the preparation of career interviews and they can assume the role of interviewer and the interviewee. So you can divide the class into two parts, where half of the class is acting as the interviewer and researching on the common interview questions and practicing the active listening, and the other half assumes the interview role and they are preparing their resume and practicing the answers, and both the sides feel more confident in the real interview. So this is how, if they are practicing such kind of question answers and everything whatever is required in an interview, so it will make them feel good. If we talk about the marketing, for example, in preparation of a class presentation, students can assume the position of a sales representative and they have to sell a product. In this again, what they can do, you can create a class or where they are pitching, they have to present a marketing pitch to new product so that they can act as the sales representative, and this teaches them how to persuade others, how what about the product obviously, and also how to engage the audience, how to convince the others. In the counseling, there are two types of counseling roles, I can say. For example, in the colleges itself, you are having counseling team where you are so this is how you can make them prepare about this, that one some students are preparing working as a career counseling or counselor, and some students can be like go for the counseling session. So this is kind of situation you can create. Also in the clinical practice, if we talk about, then you might be having a family therapist or something. So if somebody has done some any particular criminal act or for anything, there is a therapist and there is a patient. So students can act out the role of therapist as well as they can play the role, they can also role for the patient, and that is how it can work. They can the somebody like therapist obviously have to listen carefully, actively, and they have to navigate a different situation. And other side, somebody the person would be able to share her or his problems and how to coping with the challenging situations. This kind of sessions can be done again. Excuse me. In the teaching, in preparation for a job fair, students can role play the teacher and the students, or the administrator and the students, or the teacher and the parent. Any kind of two types of parties where they are available for the uh, any real life situation. So this kind of role play can be done. So in this particular scenario, maybe it may be student teacher interactions. It can be student administrator discussion, any parent teacher conferences or meetings. So this equips future educators to handle the diverse situations and practice clear communication with various stakeholders. There can be some debates, like for example, as a spontaneous exercise, the instructor has students briefly prepare arguments for an arguments for and against on a different topic. So then the theme debate, the instructor throws a curveball and students have a short time to prepare the arguments for and against of a controversial topic. And this helps or this hones their research, critical thinking, and persuasive speaking skills on the fly. So this kind of situation or this kind of debates can be done on the environmental issues, historical conflicts, any other daily inconveniences, anything. So there can be some more examples, like for the news reporter and interviewee, any customer and the shopkeepers, author and the reader, where they can have the question answer session, debate between two characters. It can be a freedom fighter and the like with the person who is taking their interview. It can be any doctor and the patients. There can be inspector, like in the police station, inspector and the victim, or inspector, or can be the role person, the eyewitness. Any kind of, see, different type of subjects can have a different types of uh, topics. Also, we talk about different customer support. So there can be some customer care person, and there is a tech support they have to provide. So there can be one time there is one customer, and another side the customer care executive. Now there can be some more, there can be so many, where people are having more and more examples of it, and can act out the debates, where they are being prepared for various roles in this exercise. So it is really helping them understanding, interacting, and the practical knowledge of the same. There can be another subject, and people can talk about it, and there can be understanding on various aspects through this job interviews, debates. As I have said, it's like having understanding on various perspectives. So now let's talk about the learning pyramid. It starts if you provide the lectures. So the average retention rate after 24 hours is 5%. If it comes to reading, audiovisuals, and demonstration, 10, 20, and 30%. When it comes to discussion group, practice by doing. So it is again having 50%, and practice by doing is having 75% retention after 24 hours. When you teach others or you are the part of the role play, so it is having a 90% of the retention rate. So teaching someone else is having the higher retention rate than reading. So we talk about the strength of the role play. It helps basically abstract problem more concrete, easily, clearly visible, and understandable. It provides immediate feedback. It involves comparing and contrasting positions to taken on an issue. It promotes lifelong learning and facilitates expression of attitudes and feelings. It provides opportunities to speculate on uncertainties. It develops sympathetic understanding. It involves direct experiential learning, and it also involves applying knowledge into the solving problem. It also gives a strength on the active learning by doing, demonstrating a practical integration of knowledge, also skills and ability based. It also involves manipulating knowledge in exciting ways where people can have their own way of sharing the knowledge, facilitating learning across many areas of curriculum content. It improves the communication skills, creativity, imaginations, and also it is very flexible and adaptable, also enjoyable by the students for such kind of activity. And the strongest strength of this role play is it bridges between theory and practice, means it also connects academic content with the real life application. So we talk about applications in different subjects. So it can be, when it comes to business and management, can be negotiation scenarios, leadership situation simulations, crisis management. When it comes to healthcare, it can be doctor patient interaction, emergency responses, how to do that. It also helps in that. Then law and politics, it can be courtroom, moot court competitions can be like, you must be knowing, if you are connected with any of the law college, they are having moot courts in their college, so they can have a courtroom trials, diplomatic negotiations and legislative debates. They can start learning from there, and there are so many moot court competition are also happening. Then social sciences, historical reenactments, cultural exchanges, anything can be there. It can be any career or vocational education where you can have the any role play situation, different like hospitality, office settings, any customer service feedback, workplace behavior. Any special education can be the part of it. Then there, if we talk about other subjects, like also having different understanding on like having the different subjects for the purpose of role play. So every kind of situation can be taken care of. You can visualize the scientific processes or system, where you can apply the mathematics in a day life situation. So how you want to make them learn, it can be done. Understanding the nature, pollution conversation, weather forecasting, such kind of things can be done. You can develop emotional and social skills in the students, and you can also tell them how to handle the real life moral situations. Any kind of therapist and client interaction, it can be anything can be there, which can be the part of role play, and people have to understand. If we talk about the challenges, so some students may feel shy or reluctant, so you have to obviously encourage them. It requires careful planning and the classroom management. As I have said, if you'll be prepared, as much as you will be prepared, I must say, you will be able to conduct role plays in your class easily. It requires careful planning and the classroom management. It is it is time consuming if not well structured. Also, a student may lose their interest if it is not going well. Then risk of going off the topic or not meeting learning objectives. So, role play in the real world opportunity for learning through experience and the performances. It is not just a creative addition to teaching, it is a transformative strategy. It is a transformative strategy which brings learning to the life. By stimulating authentic experiences, it empowers students to engage more deeply and think critically. Also, it helps to develop real world skills. And education involves role play remains a timeless and adaptable tool for innovative educators. If you are really willing to change something, if you want to have the role plays in your class, you have to be very good at it. So it is a teaching and learning method where students act out roles and scenarios, especially in the real life situation. And it's a method which is really engaging and realistic. And it also encourages active participation. And if we talk about like different features, it also allows students to play different characters and roles. It involves imagining and stimulating situation. Also, it can be scripted or unscripted. It is all up to you. So all the things which I have mentioned, confidence building, fun and motivation, collaboration and teamwork, all these are the part of the role play. So in conclusion, role play brings real world scenarios to the life. It fosters the critical thinking, empathy, empathy, and engagement in your classroom. It is a powerful tool to motivate students and solidify their learning, because ultimately it is actually during the lessons of history and literature, especially, it helps you understand all the things like values, emotions, social skills. It gives you like obviously language practice where you have to say the dialogues and you have to understand the stories. It also helps to explain the processes and applying the concepts. So whenever we are doing the step by step process, it can understand. And especially it like it is having various skill areas, but it is also affecting very specific outcomes. Like if you are talking about the language and communication, it improves the efficiency. Then if we talk about the moral education, it provides or enhances the values like respect, responsibility, kindness. If we talk about any particular confidence, actually reduces your stage fear and improves the classroom participation. So this is all about role play from my side. Now I would like to have an active participation from all of your side, and would request you to talk to me about this role play methodology. If ever you have applied this methodology in your colleges or in your classrooms or in the schools, wherever, and how it has been affected your working, your learning, and how students are adopting. And if you're having any doubt related to this, you can ask me. I'm open for the question answer session. Any one of you having any doubt, any questions related to role play methodology in your mind, we can talk about it.
Hello, this is Dr. Labuni Basu. I would like to share my personal experience regarding role play. So, normally, hello, am I
Yes, ma'am,
audible?
please continue.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am, continue.
yeah. So, I have seen all the slides, and one thing I can just realize that yes, at the time of giving them the topic, I mean to say my students, most of the students who are very much interested and I mean to say they are brilliant in studies. They are very much few, countable, you can see. They are very much, they reflects their opinions and definitely actions too. But others who are not, students who are not able to, interact, not even they're very much good in studies, they're reluctant, basically. They
Yes,
and That's the thing. That's the challenge. What I have faced, where many times, and I'm facing, not only face, I can say. So, what do you think? What would be the best strategy I can apply to eradicate this kind of constraints?
Yes, ma'am. So basically, see, what I always suggest to everyone, there are always, every class has have some such kind of students, right? So my point always, I always keep one point is, see, always if there is some group activity, no, do a random thing. Like if you will ask them to make a group, they will make a group with the students who are their friends. If you will make the group, they might not be cooperating with each other. Okay. In that case, what you can do is, you just do like, for example, you are having 30 or 60 students in your class, and you just choose random number. For example, 2, 7, 30, 51, 42. You don't know who are at those numbers. You just pick the numbers and make the groups, and you have to tell them that you have to do this activity in the group. In that case, what will happen, they know that you were very fair about choosing the names, or choosing the names in the group. Or you can have numbers of their chit system, where you they can put the 1, 2, 3, 4 or their names in the chit, and you just have to take out the chit, and that those can be random numbers. So sometimes there are three types of students in the class. One, when you ask something, some are always ready. There are two second type who are never ready, and there is third type. If you will ask them, they will be ready. They are ready. Basically, you have to say, please answer this question, then they will answer. So simply, if so, first, second category is easy, but third one, who are not ready, who do not want to participate, you have to involve them in a different way. So as I have suggested, make some groups like this. Like for example, if you are going for any random, any spontaneous like question for everyone, so you can ask anyone from them. So next time they will be prepared that they can be the one to whom you can ask the question. Like this, in the role play, you can make the group with random people. Don't let them select, don't you select, just be a random. So somehow they will be participated, they will be interacting. I assume this method will work for sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome. Anybody else would like to say something or ask something? If you want, you can also put it in the chat box. If you're not able to speak up, you can also put that here. Is anybody having any question? Want to ask something?
Yes, any participant?
I hope this session given you information about the role play, how to conduct the role play. If you're still having any doubts, want to ask something, having any want to share something, you can do.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Can you give just an example for role play conducted in mathematics teaching? How a role play can be done in mathematics teaching?
Okay, sir. So, sir, see, because I'm not the teacher of mathematics, but I would like to give some examples, because in earlier sessions also somebody have asked me about this. So it can be some uh, for example, you are taking some topic related to addition, subtraction, money or something. So some students can be shopkeepers or the customers, and they have to buy or sell the items. There can be like they can use the fake currency or something like that. So this kind of basic math situation can be handled. Again, uh, there can be like if students are you can also have some activity related to geometry where they have to go for 2D and 3D shapes, where they have to understand the square. So activity can be asking about these different types of shapes or something. Again, units of measurement, length, weight and volume you can do. Where you can be a vendor, there can be some buyer, there can be someone who is measuring proper everything. So anything can be there. It depends which kind of classes you are handling. You can talk about the budgeting and different maths operations like calculations and everything. So this can be done.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Any other question? Okay, so everyone, thank you so much for the session, attending the session and listening to it properly. If you're still having any doubt, you can put it in the mailbox of the Research Foundation of India. Also, you can send the message on the WhatsApp group. We can reply to you. So thank you so much. Neha ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.